Hi guys, welcome to part 3 of the video. Now, if you are an exchange student and have yet not checked the part 1 and part 2, go check it out. The link might be somewhere up over here. I will also put the link in the description. Uh, Now, in part 3, I will talk about the do's, don'ts, and the things one should be aware of. We will proceed in the country specific order. Now, I was able to travel to 13 countries in Europe, so I will only be focusing on them. Now, first of all, you need not worry if you guys have yet not planned कि कब कौन सी कंट्री जाओगे किसके साथ जाओगे etc etc. Trust me, majority of the plans are made once you reach Europe. So that is all said and done. But the most important thing I want you guys to do is plan and just do your bookings and reservations for Iceland, or for the matter of fact any other Scandinavian country. The reason for it is you can easily save up to 60 to 70% of your cost if you do your booking at least a month in advance. Now search for flights with cheaper routes. हमारे टाइम पे मिलान टू आइसलैंड का जो रूट था, the flight was cheapest for that. So a round way journey costed us somewhere around 8,000 Indian rupees, whereas my other friends, they ended up paying at least 30k for a round around journey, 15k one way or something like that. So you can plan accordingly. Like हमने आइसलैंड जाने के पहले और वापस आने के बाद इटली घूम लिया. So plan something like that. जैसे फॉर एग्जाम्पल नाउ इफ समवन इज लिविंग इन पेरिस, तो तुम अगर पेरिस से आइसलैंड का रूट देखोगे, सो इट्स ऑब्वियसली गोना कॉस्ट यू लाइक a shitload of money. So plan accordingly. Cheaper routes dekho. Now Iceland has a very weak network of public transport, so people usually opt for self-drive cars, and wahan pe fuel is also expensive as compared to other parts of Europe. So it is best you go in a group of 5, 10 etc. एक गाड़ी में 5 लोग, so that your cost is divided in a good fashion. Now, moving on to Italy, be very careful while booking an Airbnb. We were scammed twice, both while booking BnBs. It's best if you go for hostels or budget hotels in Italy. BnBs are not very reliable, I would say. Me and a friend, we literally were homeless for a night because वो BnB का scam हो गया था हमारे साथ. We reached there, हम उसको कॉल कर रहे हैं, and the owner is not picking up our calls. Payment वगैरह सब कुछ हो गया था, everything, and then we were homeless. We had no other accommodations. All other accommodations were full. This happened somewhere, I guess, in Pisa or Venice, and वहाँ पे usually the accommodations are always full. So it's better if you go for an hotel or something. It's also very unsafe to move out alone at night, especially in these big cities, let's say for Milan. So if you're in a big group, it's still okay, but अकेले बाहर मत निकलना. स्टेशन के पास हो वो फिर भी थोड़ा सा ठीक है, because you have these police patrolling cars and everything out there. So stay safe about that. Now, moving on to Germany, living in Munich during Oktoberfest can be 2 to 3 times expensive than usual. It's always a good idea to find some accommodation around, let's say, 30 minutes to an hour away from Munich. Now, be very careful with trains in Germany. I don't know the situation now, but हमारे टाइम पे the trains were never on time. Trains used to get cancelled, सब कुछ होता था. Now, since the trains are super late, what can happen is you will miss your connecting trains. And now, if you're traveling at night, what happens is if you miss that one train, the next train can straight be in the morning. तो हमारे साथ यही हुआ था. While traveling from Munich to Belgium, there were 2 options. So एक था कि तुम रिजर्वेशन वाला ट्रेन ले लो. That will cost, the reservation only will cost you somewhere around 40 euros or something like that. And the next option was कि we had to change some 4 or 5 trains. एंड एनी वे ओवरनाइट जर्नी था, एंड यूरोप के ट्रेन में तुमको बैठे बैठे ट्रैवल करना है. सो मैं एंड मेरी दोस्त, हम दोनों वैसे भी नहीं सोने वाले थे, तो वी वर लाइक कि ठीक है 40-45 यूरोज है, बचा लेंगे. स्टार्टिंग ऑफ द ट्रिप था तभी तुम वो कैलकुलेशन में लगे ही रहते हो कि अरे इतना पैसा जाएगा, यू कन्वर्ट इट इनटू INR एंड ऑल ऑफ दैट. सो all of that happens, and then ये सब करने के चक्कर में we kept on missing our trains. We had to sleep at a station overnight. फिर सुबह ट्रेन मिली वगैरह वगैरह, ये सब चीज़ें हुई हमारे साथ. What I advise you is not at all worth. 40 यूरो है, जो भी है डाल देना. स्पीकिंग फ्रॉम एक्सपीरियंस, नॉट एट ऑल वर्थ. वो 40 यूरोज वंस यू, सिंस सी वी वर इन द स्टार्टिंग ऑफ आर ट्रिप, इसलिए हमको वो ज़्यादा अमाउंट लगा. बट एक बार तुम एटलीस्ट इफ यू, इवन इफ यू आर 1 मंथ इन टू एक्सचेंज, 40 यूरोज विल बी लाइक हाँ ठीक है, ये पैसे जाने ही वाले हैं. सो जस्ट इन्वेस्टेड. कंफर्ट थोड़ा सा देख लेना इस चीज़ में. दिस शुडंट हैपन. इट इज़ अ वेरी 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 बैड सिचुएशन, एंड दिस did not happen once, it happened twice or thrice with us. Also, fun fact, Europe में the washrooms or the public toilets are operational only from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Even though they are paid, वो 7 p.m. they just close it, they are shut. तो तुम कुछ नहीं कर सकते हो. So हमने ये जो एडवेंचर टाइप किया था, ये कुछ मत करना. जस्ट गो फॉर अ रिजर्वेशन वाला ट्रेन. एटलीस्ट इन जर्मनी डू दैट, इट्स बेस्ट. Now, moving on to Switzerland, I would advise you guys to carry your ready to eats over here. Food here is very expensive, be it even the food chains like McDonald's, Subway, KFC, and whatnot. One meal you can try out the local delicacies, and the other, let's say तुम दिन में घूम रहे हो तो तुम locally खा सकते हो. रात को तो तुम होटल में ही होगे. You can have your ready to eats and everything. Accommodation should not really be a problem. One can easily find comparatively affordable alternatives. मिल जाते हैं, मतलब compared to other parts of Europe, it is expensive, but not that much. Now moving on to Liechtenstein. Liechtenstein is a very beautiful and a small country on Austria and Switzerland ka border. Again, very very expensive. What I would say, it is more expensive than Switzerland. वहाँ पे अकोमोडेशन तुम्हें ईजिली नहीं मिलेगा, एंड इट इज़ नॉट इवन वर्थ स्टेइंग ओवर देयर. कुछ इतना कुछ है नहीं. बट या यू कैन गो फॉर अ डे ट्रिप इफ़ यू आर इन ऑस्ट्रिया और समथिंग. यू कैन गो फॉर अ डे ट्रिप, रिटर्न बैक. नाउ वन थिंग दैट यू शुड बी वेरी केयरफुल इज लिechtenstein में ऑल दी सुवीनियर शॉप्स, वहाँ पे यू हैव 3 यूरोज या 5 यूरोज का तुम्हें वो पासपोर्ट स्टैम्प लगा के देते हैं पासपोर्ट पे. डू नॉट फॉल फॉर दैट. मत करना ये. It might create a problem during your immigration and all once you're coming back to India. Now, Spain and Portugal, both these countries, train reservation is compulsory. And तुम्हारा यूरेल पास वगैरह सब कुछ चलेगा, बट द प्रॉब्लम इज कि तुम्हें रिजर्वेशन सिर्फ स्टेशन पे जाके करना पड़ेगा. यू कैन नॉट डू इट ऑनलाइन. And usually the trains are full, so it might also happen कि let's say तुम 1 बजे पहुँचे हो, the next train is at 1:30. 1:30 वाला train full है. You'll have to wait for the next train which would be at 2:30, 3 o'clock, whatever the time is. So तुम्हें उसके लिए भी वेट करना पड़ेगा. You cannot do the reservations online, so there is no other escape. What we used to do is हमने एक ही बार ट्रेन से ट्रैवल किया था. रेस्ट कंट्रीज़ में हम गाड़ी में घूमते थे बिकॉज वी वर अ ग्रुप ऑफ पीपल. सो वो प्राइस वगैरह सब कुछ कॉस्ट वगैरह डिवाइड हो जाता था, एंड प्लस इट्स मोर लाइक एन एडवेंचर. सो यू कैन डू दैट एज वेल. नेक्स्ट, स्पेन एंड पोर्चुगल, दोनों जगह पे उबर इज़ वेरी वेरी अफोर्डेबल. सो what if अगर तुम डिवाइड करो वो कॉस्ट, it is cheaper than public transport as well. Now moving on to Amsterdam, वो souvenir shops के brownies वगैरह मत उठाना. they are crap, they do not work. Go to some good coffee shop, वहाँ से brownies लो. Eat half first, wait for 45 minutes to an hour, उसके बाद दूसरा खाना. उसके पहले मत खाना. You do not know how will it react. And eat it once you are near your home or about to reach. रास्ते पे मत करना ये सब. इट इज़ नॉट एडवाइसेबल. इफ़ यू आर अ बिग ग्रुप, अगर कोई है जो संभालने को है तो फिर भी ठीक है शायद, बट स्टिल आई वुड एडवाइस यू कि घर पहुंचने वाले हो तब करना. एल्स डू नॉट डू इट. सो या गाइज, दैट्स इट फ्रॉम द एक्सचेंज वीडियो सीरीज. होप you find it informative. If there are any more questions, just hit them up in the comment section. I'll be happy to answer them. Yeah, cheers. Bye bye, guys.